Hey fight fans, are you ready to elevate the fight night experience? Because with my partners at DraftKings, you can elevate your excitement to the next level by getting a little skin in the game. Right now, get a no sweat bet up to $1,500 with a $5 deposit from new customers. That's right, you will get a bonus bet back in the amount of your original bet if your first pick doesn't hit. Download the DraftKings app right now. When you sign up, use my promo code Sonnen. At DraftKings, the crown is yours. That's right. New customers that deposit just $5 get a no sweat bet up to $1,500. If that first bet doesn't hit, no sweat. You will get the original amount back in a bonus bet. Stay in on the action and check out DraftKings same game parlays for a shot at an even bigger payout. Combine multiple bets together from the same fight. If sports betting is not yet available in your state, don't worry. You can still join in on all the fun with DraftKings Daily Fantasy and have the shot to win cash prizes. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now. New customers, use my promo code SONNEN and deposit just $5 to get a no sweat bet up to $1,500. That's promo code SONNEN only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Jon Jones isn't buying what Stipe Miocic is selling as legit training footage on Instagram. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? So, over the weekend, Stipe had a video recorded. It looks like he's in his garage doing a training session on the mitts. There's a dog present. And Stipe looks a little bit slow. And that's true. I see that too. But I didn't interpret it as he was going full out. I interpreted that he was working technique and kind of starting to understand it, of which would naturally slow you down. Now, the reason I bring that to you is if you further read the piece, Jon Jones is talking about, hey man, he's trying to deceive me. He's trying to fool me. He looks slow in that video, but he wants me to see that. He wants me to see that he's slowed down so that I can build a confidence. It's very interesting. It's very interesting to me because I don't know a damn thing about it. And one thing that I have learned is I've got it wrong. Like if I was to give you my opinion and philosophy on MMA and put my opinion and philosophy against Jon Jones, if I'm an objective person, I lose. You want Jon Jones's opinion and the way that he views things, right? But there's that expression, it's a fine line between genius and insanity. And when you really start to get into the inner workings of some of your most successful, it's not something you can relate to. So I don't say it to give Jon a hard time. I say it because there's another expression in life, which is to put yourself in somebody else's shoes. And there is no scenario that I could imagine that Jon would make a video and or have the decision over said video to be posted to the world or not. And Jon, whether it was for illusion or strategy, would allow, if it were his choice, anyone to put a video out that he did not think made him look good. I realize that I might have been a little bit wordy on that, but it's really relevant. I don't think that Stipe was trying to dupe anybody. At the same time, I think Stipe looked slow in the video. I think he meant to. I think it was a part of the practice that whether it was the warm-up or it was the back end or it was a new combination, I don't think that he meant to look super fast. But I don't think he's trying to dupe anybody. I don't think he's trying to fool anybody. You got a little bit of a story going on there. You got a hello to the fans. Right? A little bit of a story that everything's buckled down and everything's super hard, but every now and then you just do it right here at home. If I got my dog with me, having a good time, enjoying this, looking forward to the fight announcement coming up, right? Everything seems right here. There doesn't seem to be anything off, but the one thing that sparked my attention is Jon saying that he believes that it's a play by Stipe's camp. Is that something guys do? Just because I sit here and tell you that I want it, maybe I'm learning something new. Do guys do this? There was a big deal over the course of my life. Like over my course as a life of a fan. Well, it involved Jon. It involved Jon Jones. It was Rampage Jackson. Rampage was working on elbow defense that day. That day in his practice room. And Jon Jones later that day tweeted something out about elbows. And then Jon had convinced Rampage that Jon was getting this information from one of Rampage's teammates, that there was a mole within the camp, and it spun Page. He believed it. Whether that was true or not, whether that was to this day, that hasn't completely been resolved, and I'm just telling you, like, it's a great way to get inside of a guy's head, but is that something somebody would actually do? Chuck Liddell had an offense when Chuck Liddell was king of the world that a lot of guys did not have. It would not be an exaggeration to tell you how far ahead in this game Coach John Hackleman was. He had an IQ and a strategy that was so far advanced, but John Hackleman did believe that the more footage that you have, the more likely you become to figure out what those strategies are. And if they ever brought a camera in, he and Chuck would not work on the actual techniques that they planned to do. They would change. They had codes for each other. Like if they're doing a workout and all of a sudden a camera slips in, and Coach Hackleman saw it, not knowing if he would say something to Chuck that was like to let him know, cameras are here. We're live. The red lights, and Chuck would change. And there's a number of guys that subscribe to that same philosophy. I've been part of fight cards where the countdown shows and the build-up to get everybody's attention get diminished because certain guys on the card, when the cameras came in, refused to spar or they refused to train. It was secretive, or at least they believed it was. They could not let their opponent have any kind of advantage, or at least they believed that, and therefore refused to do the workouts. And you got the camera crew there going, man, this is my job. I was paid. I came out here to do this. What do you mean you're refusing to work out? And you had this battle, and you had camera crews pack their stuff back up, go to the airport, and fly home. And then that fighter that refused to do it, as soon as he got a loss, got cut and can't figure out why. Right? Like, these are real things. These are real things that I've seen, and so I'm just wondering what to make of that. I don't think that was the fastest Stipe I've seen. He did, however, look pretty damn big and strong. I mean, if we're really breaking this photo down and we're deciding that's not Stipe at his fastest, I agree, but I don't think that he meant to. The other side of it is he looked damn big and strong. You go watch this video, look how wide Stipe's shoulders are. You have not seen him like that. Ever. Even when he was big Stipe and then he started to get smaller during his Cormier days, even when he was big, he's not as big as he is now. And it just speaks to a very interesting ideology. I don't know of any fighter. Not only do I predict for you, John wouldn't do it. I don't know a fighter whose little fragile ego would allow a video to go out where they perhaps could be perceived as anything that wasn't positive, whether it was slow, whether it was weak, whether it was unprepared. I don't know a fighter, no matter how good that strategy might be or how much that might actually benefit them. I don't know a single fighter whose ego is strong enough to allow a video to go out on social media that made them look anything other than superhuman. It's very interesting that this is a talking point, but you also can't turn away, right? You also can't deny it. And no matter what was seen on that video, Jon Jones does make a compelling point when he says, I'm not going to fall for it. I don't care if he looks great or he doesn't look great. It's not going to change my preparation, how serious I'm going to take him. So go give the video a look. I read all the comments. I want to hear what you think. Has Stipe slowed down, or is it a part of the workout that wasn't meant to be full speed anyway?